Good morning. Well, let me begin by saying that the host, Dr. Mark Chang and his team at the Prospect Foundation have done a wonderful job in putting together this event. And also, I want to thank you all the work that you have done for the new southbound policy. I would also like to thank all the participants that are here from over 20 countries. Many of you are members, former and present, of governments, think tanks, NGOs, enterprises, and civil society. It's great to welcome you to Taiwan, particularly those coming for the first time. And I want to acknowledge some of our distinguished and honorable guests here today. And we have two former vice presidents from the Philippines, the former Vice President Jing Gona, former Vice President Bin Lai, and former Foreign Secretary Yasay, and from the Republic of Korea, we have former Deputy Prime Minister Mr. Hyun, and from Indonesia, former Coordinating Minister Romli, and Assistant Deputy Utomo. From Thailand, former Foreign Minister Piroma, and from Japan, former Minister Aichi, and former Minister Tamazawa, and former members of House of Councilors, Mr. Wakeba Yashi. Now, from the United States, former AIT Chair, my old friend, Mr. Berhardt, and former Ambassador Derek Mitchell, and also Deputy Associate Administrator Shim, and from the US Small Business Administration. Now, your presence today is a great encouragement to us in the pursuit of our new southbound policy. We thank you all for coming. We're here today because all of us hold a collective interest in the future development of this region. The rise of Asia is already one of the most momentous changes in this generation. It has profoundly influenced both international security and the world economy. Within Asia, the countries covered by our new southbound policy hold even greater potential. These countries are home to some of the fastest growing economies in the world. They are powered by a young, dynamic, and well-educated population. I'm proud to say that I had the opportunity to visit some of these countries in the past. I've spent time in India, Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand. I've seen firsthand not only their storied history and vibrant culture, but also their high degree of interconnectivity with the rest of the world. Taiwan has always played an indispensable role in the development of Asia. Over the years, we have been a source of capital, technology, and technical know-how. We have also built up enduring economic and industrial linkages with countries in Southeast Asia as a leading source of foreign direct investment and trade. But just as Asia is changing, Taiwan too must change. Rapid economic, social, and political changes in the region are bringing a host of new opportunities and challenges. What has worked in the past may no longer work for the future. As a result, Taiwan must play an even more active and prominent role in order to participate in the future of the region. Redefining Taiwan's role in the region is one of my highest priorities as president. To be clear, the new southbound policy is our regional strategy for Asia. Under this policy, we intend to work with countries in the region and around the world to deepen and broaden our presence in South and Southeast Asia. I wish to emphasize that the new southbound policy is an inclusive policy. It does not come at the expense of other regional initiatives, and is designed to complement rather than compete against the RCEP, the One Belt, One Road, the India and Japan's Freedom Corridor. With our new southbound policy, one of our foremost objectives is to strengthen cooperation in terms of resources, talent, and market developments. We want our private and public sectors to work together to forge mutually beneficial ties, generate sustained economic growth, and improve people's lives in the region. We have started with developing closer cooperation on trade, investment, tourism, and cultural exchanges over the past year. We have also expanded scholarship and other financial assistance to students from New Southbound countries, leading to a rapid increase in overseas students studying in technical programs or universities here. Through the establishment of the 6 investment windows in Southeast Asian countries and India, we have also encouraged more bilateral trade and investment. At the same time, we have relaxed visa restrictions on several new southbound countries. We're seeing the dividends of such efforts. Tourism from new southbound countries has increased by 36.7% from the year prior. Trade has grown by almost 20%. The number of students from these countries has also increased by close to 10%. All of this has brought Taiwan and the new southbound countries closer together. This has formed a solid foundation to pursue the next phase of our new southbound policy. That is the 5 flagship programs. These programs are directed at the development in the following 5 major areas: human resources, innovation-based industries, regional agriculture, and medical cooperation and industrial supply chains. The establishment of policy forums and youth exchanges platforms, such as the Yushan Forum today, is part of such efforts. Not only were these programs further strengthen our presence in new southbound countries, they will also help sustain the momentum we have created over the past year. As much as the new southbound policy is about policies, it is also about our commitment to our neighbors in the region. In order to fulfill the region's needs and strengthen its sense of inclusiveness and community, we are prepared to make the following 5 commitments. First, we will help nurture and empower the talent this region needs. Rapidly growing economies require skilled laborers, engineers, and R&D personnel. Taiwan is the best talent incubator for the region, as we have high-quality vocational schools and training centers, well-established higher education facilities, and the industry know-how. Already, we are providing many scholarships and educational opportunities to bring students from the new southbound countries to Taiwan. We are also expanding work-study course offerings with a target of 5,000 students each year. These efforts will turn Taiwan into an Asian hub for industry talent development. Second, we'll share our experience to help new southbound countries establish domestic demand-driven industries. For example, our industry development experience in fields such as petrochemicals, ICT, and medical sectors can help inject new driving forces into new southbound countries. This will not only assist in the development of domestic demands, but raise living standards as well. Third, we'll also help new southbound countries with their infrastructure and major development projects. To achieve this, we will establish a $3.5 billion financing facility to be managed under our Official Development Assistance Program. That is the Taiwan version the Taiwanese version of ODA. Fourth, we'll help our SMEs and NGOs share their insights and experiences with New Southbound countries. We'll place particular emphasis on helping job creation at the local level in order to contribute positively to local communities. Fifth, we'll join forces with other like-minded countries in order to strengthen our common presence in the region. We believe this will benefit peace, stability, and prosperity, both here in the region and around the world. With these commitments, I believe both Taiwan and New Southbound countries have much to gain. Taiwan will be able to entrench our presence in key regional markets, while many New Southbound countries gain the education, infrastructure, and industry experiences they need to further develop their economies. All of this highlights the mutually beneficial nature of the New Southbound policy. Ladies and gentlemen, today marks the beginning of the very first Yushan Forum, also known as the Asian Dialogue for Innovation and Progress. The forum is named in honor of Yushan, or Jade Mountain. As East Asia's highest peak, it is a symbol of the spirit that drives Taiwanese to better ourselves. As a new multilateral and diversified platform for regional dialogue, we hope the Yushan Forum will become a regular event. We want to bring people from both the public and the private sectors together on a more regular basis to work together towards a better region. To this end, we will establish the Taiwan-Asia Exchange Foundation to act as the main organizing and administering body of the Yushan Forum. This organization will also serve as an exchange platform for leaders, young representatives, NGOs, and think tanks in the region. I trust this forum will also make a positive contribution by promoting innovation and progressive values, both here in the region and around the world. Through dialogue on a regional level, I also hope we can forge a common vision for our future. In closing, I wish the forum every success, and thank you all for coming to Taiwan. Thank you.